YouTube, what's up, baby? It's your boy DM Era, and here I am again for the new year. Happy New Year to those that made it. I hope everybody made it. But yeah, so I'm so excited. We're in 2020, baby, and this is my first deck profile for the new year for 2020. This time I'm updating my brother's Tenyi deck. Yes, this is my brother's deck. I've been trying to help him out for a long time. He just got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! So I've been taking him locals and showing him what the meta decks are and et cetera and all this other good stuff. And if you're, for the few times we've been embarrassed, but I still been checking his deck out for him and been practicing with him and training him and showing him how to play this deck. And I think I'm really excited about this deck. And I think that this deck will do pretty well now. Pretty much everybody knows it's a going second deck. So I kind of built it going second. And yeah, we'll get right into it, guys. Yeah, just like I said, please let me know what you guys think at the end of the video. Please like, comment, subscribe as always. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get into this deck profile. So, of course, always, you know what you got to have. First three, start off with Tenyi Spirit Vashuda. This card is the board breaking card of the deck. If you have a non-effect extra deck monster on the field, a non-effect Tenyi monster, you can banish this card from the field, from the graveyard or from your hand to bounce back an opponent's monster on the opponent's side of the field. Level 7. Next, we have we have the three Tenyi Nahadas. This one you can just banish from your hand or from your graveyard and just bring your opponent's monster down by 1,500 attack points. It's pretty good. Helps you beat over. Then we have the three copies of Tenyi Spirit Shasthana. This one this one's like a monster born. If your non-effect Link monster or Link Tenyi monster gets destroyed, you can banish this. It's not a quick effect, so you have to do it on your turn. Or no, you can still do it on the turn. It's not a quick effect though, but yeah, you can banish this and then revive back your Tenyi monster that was destroyed by battle or card effect. So that's pretty good. Then we have a Tenyi Mapura. This is probably one of my favorites because it's a quick effect. Pretty much if your Tenyi monster is targeted by a card effect, yeah, I'm sorry. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets your non-effect Tenyi monster, if you don't have the field spell on, you can banish this as a quick effect. You can banish this from your graveyard, and you can negate that activation and destroy it. So that's pretty good for protection. That's one of my favorites. Then I run the one Adhara. It's just a tuner. This one pretty much lets you recover your banished Tenyi cards, the ones that you use. So you can use it to recover Vashuda or the other ones. It's very strong, but it's only good as a one-of. Plus it's a tuner though. The only one I only just have one Ashuna. This card is really good. Pretty much you can banish it, especially summon a Tenyi monster from the deck. It helps you continue with your link plays. It's a 7. Pretty good for that one. Next, I also incorporate the dangers. Okay. I played 2 Bigfoots. We all know if this you reveal this card, your opponent picks the card from your hand to discard. If this card gets discarded, it pops a face-up monster on your opponent's side of the field. And along with that one, we run the 2 Thunderbird. This one pops a set card on your opponent's side of the field if it gets discarded. But like I said, it just helps with draw power. It can be an upstart goblin and it can be disruption on your opponent's side of the field to tear apart their board. Next, I run 2 copies of Ash, just a generic hand trap, just 2. That's all we need. We're going second with this deck, and I thought that 2 Ash would be good. I didn't really play Nibiru. I know a lot of people are like, well, people are saying, why don't you play Nibiru going second? People are planning to negate Nibiru, so I didn't really play Nibiru, but I think Vashuda is just good enough. It's just to blow it back. Going into the spells, I run 3 copies of Vessel of the Dragon Cycle. This is like the Foolish Burial, and this is like the Foolish Burial and Search at the same time for the deck. So that's very powerful for this deck. Just to search out your pieces and set up your board and everything, just keep going. Excuse me. Then I run 2 copies of World Legacy Succession. This one is really good. Like I said, it's a third. Like I said, it's just another third copy of Monster Reborn for the deck, just to continue link climb. And just to blow your opponent away, whether going first or second. So that's pretty good. Then, of course, if you guys haven't already guessed it, what makes any deck good? The Sky Striker engine. Yeah, tell me about it, right? Wish this card would get banned. All I have is two engage, you guys, so that's all I have in the deck, but it's good for draw power and consistency for the deck. It is a link-based deck, so it doesn't uh, constrict at all with the deck, so I think that's pretty good. Just two engage. And along with that, we run the one Widow Anchor, Afterburners, and Shark Cannon. Just like I said, just steal your opponent's monster out the graveyard and use it for link fodder. Just link climb all the way up. Then we run two Twin. Just discard those Dangers or discard those Tenyis. Pop two back row. They have good effects for that. Then we run the one Terraforming, search out the field spell, and then the one field spell, Flawless Perfection with the Tenyi. I brought this down to one. When I was playtesting this deck, I kind of noticed I was breaking with it because I was drawing it, and I was like, I didn't need it. So I brought it down to one. It may go back to two, though. Then we run one Force Burial Goods, with the Sky Striker engine, more spells. And with that, comes Metaphor's Fusion, just to help you draw an additional card, keep drawing. One Monster Reborn. And then last but not least, double or nothing for the deck. Yes, this is a going second deck, so you know what we're trying to do. Double or nothing, baby. And then into the traps, all we run is a two counter traps, the Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi. It's a really good trap. It's really good for a secondary effect to, if it gets popped, you just pretty much waken the dragon your way into Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon for free. The only thing I don't like is that when it does when you activate it, it doesn't destroy the card. It just negates the activation, so it doesn't destroy it. So make sure you guys pay attention to that. When you activate this card, make sure it's not a card that's like a continuous or an equip spell, because you just waste your time. Like, you don't want to activate this on Mystic Mind because it doesn't destroy it. It just negates the activation for that turn, and then it still sits there on the end of the turn. So yeah. So pretty much that's the main deck, guys. Trying to make it a little more consistent and, competitive going second. Let's go into the extra deck. So going into the extra deck, we run, of course, the two Berserkers. Okay, the link threes, the boss monster of the deck, you say. Then I run one Boral Sword for OTKs, always. One Unicorn just to spin back other cards that don't need to be destroyed as you link climb your way up. One Draco Master of the Tenyi. That way, this card could actually be used for going first, actually for going second. Take it back. Just to pop your opponent's monsters, depending on how many normal monsters you have in your grave. So it's pretty good for that. Plus, it can't be destroyed by an effect monster, but it's good for popping. I just run one Shaman the Tenyi. That way he can just discard one to special summon another Tenyi monster from the graveyard or one monster from the graveyard. And then link climbing your way up to Berserker. Just the generic links, we got the one Nightmare Phoenix, pop back row, Cerebrus, pop special summon monsters. Of course, we run two copies of himself, Monk of the Tenyi. Start your plays off. And then going into the XZs, I run, the Utopia double package for OTKs, easy OTKs, little cheeky OTKs. I also run one copy of Dingirsu in this deck because we run the Tenyi, because we run the Dangers in this deck. They're both level 8s. If we so happen to get them on the field, that's just non-targeting removal of cards. So I thought that was pretty good. Plus it protects at the same time. Then we run the one Link, the Berserker of the Tenyi. My brother, he loves this card. I told him it's not really good going second, but he loves it, so hey, it's for him. Shout out to you, bro. And then the one, of course, the free Waking the Dragon target, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, 4,500 beat stick. That's just easy for like last minute OTK plays. Your opponent want to blow your back row up, you can special summon him for free. And then if you have the field spell, he's unaffected by everything, so it works pretty well. Because the field spell protects all non-effect extra deck monsters. Or non-effect monsters, I'm sorry. Let's go into the side. The side is just pretty much like if your opponent makes you go first, and we'll go into it. It's pretty much like I said, if your opponent makes you go first, we can set up our board. So, of course, we're starting with 3 Storm Dragon's Returns. This card pretty much says you can just target one banished you target one banished monster, special summon to your field, but return to the hand during the end phase. It's pretty good because a lot of times you can reuse the Tenyi's effects that are banished, and you can use this effect from the hand if you have a non-effect Tenyi on the field. So if you have a Berserker and you have a Shooter in hand, you can use that. or Mapura. You can use that as a quick effect from the hand. It's pretty good. So I felt like Stormdragon's Return was good for that deck. We also run 3 copies of Waterfall of the Dragon Souls, just to add draw power and just search out your different worm type monsters that you want to see. Plus, like I say, just draw power and consistency. Then, of course, we got to have the Solemn Brigade, strikes, and we run 2 judgments. That way we set our board up, we can just shut our opponent all the way down. Going first. And then, of course, 1 skill drain. So this card works perfect in this deck because since this deck doesn't really have effect monsters like that you are going to stay on the field or you want to keep on the field, if you make your link monsters, you set this, and then you make Berserker, and then you pass turn, you can chain on your opponent's turn skill drain, completely negates all their effects, but all your graveyard effects is still alive. So we got that. The 1 skill drain, completely crazy in this deck. And then as far as our monsters go, for going first, set up our board. We got the 1 Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. If we got to go first, I got the extra Shaman of the Tenyi. If I had to go first, just in case it's kind of impermanent or whatever. And then, of course, we got the 1 Abyss Dweller going first, so that we could shut our opponent's graveyard effects down too as well. But that's it pretty much. I'm really excited about this deck. I hope my brother enjoys it. I know he sees his profile. With that, again, guys, I hope you like what you saw. If you have any comments or concerns, please do not be afraid to leave a comment down in the comment section below. With all that being said, hey, thanks for watching again. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you. See you on the next one. Deuces.